each one of you. We're very glad, as Tim said, that you're able to be with us tonight as we celebrate 52 years of service to the community. And at this time in the program, we'd like to announce our guest. Culpeper County Fire Department, Junior Perryman and his wife, please stand. Thank you all very much for coming. And Wayne Grimsley and Dawn. Rapidan Volunteer Fire Department, Gary. Okay, shirt's still clean. He wore a bib. We'll move down to Culpeper County Board of Supervisors, Miss Susan Gugino. Thank you. Mr. and Miss Paul Bates. Sorry, Al made you pay at the door. Culpeper County Treasurer, Missy White and Nick. Thank you for coming. Delegate Nick Freitas, thank you. Walker, Sand and Stone, Lewis and Dorothy Walker. Pastor at Hopewell and Richardsville United Methodist Church, Mike Evans and his wife Michelle. Oakland Baptist Church Pastor Jim Ayers and his wife Cindy. Janet and Charles Brown. Tom and Debbie Willis. And Channel 21, Nicole Wooten, thank you for being here.
All right, the next thing we're going to do is introduce the membership. I just want to recognize and thank all the members of the department. These folks get up day and night, 24 hours a day to put their own lives at risk to help the community. I just thank each and every one of the members for doing that. It's just a great testimony of their love and their dedication to the community, so thank everybody. Yeah. I'm just going to read down the list. When I get to your name, if you're here, please stand up and just stay standing until I'm done. Verna Brett Snyder, Roger Brissett, Bubba Burris, DJ Burley, Pam Cook Davison, J.C. Cook, Marie Cook, Garth Corbin, Mark Coster, Margaret Coster, Tavion Cottums, Andy Elliott, Lindsay Fair, Ryan Fair, Sue Fagan, Valerie Fagan, Nellie Fry, Sadie Garcia, Eric Gibson, Carlene Gibson, Shelby Hanson, Cherie Hogan, Craig Hogan, Matt Holloway, Michaela Hunt, Brenda Herlock, J.B. Herlock, Jim Herlock, Kenny Herlock, Larry Herlock, Peggy Herlock, Phyllis Herlock, no more Herlocks, Sue Walker James, Jessica Jameson, Jeremiah Lewis, Gloria Loving, Jared Minucci, Mike Martin, Rita Martin, Florence Mayhew, Mike Mayhew, Jack Richards, Cheryl Rawson, myself, Jamie Simpson, Cheryl Rawson, Charles Smith, Debbie Switzer, Gary Switzer, Michelle Switzer, Ryan Switzer, Abby Toller, Heather Toller, John Toller, Sarah Toller, Tim Toller, J.J. Vogeltans, and Nancy Whedon. Ladies and gentlemen, that for this year is our membership. Please give them a round of applause. Thank you. The next thing on the agenda is our years of service awards. We have 3 of those this year. We do that for every 5 years of service from the 5th year on until. The first one I've got is Valerie Fagan, and that's for 30 years of service. Sue, I wouldn't be talking too quick down there. Next one I've got is Phyllis Herlock with 30 years. And now the young lady who's complaining about her sister being old with 30 years, Sue Fagan has 40 years. Next year we'll be celebrating Sue's 45th birthday. All right, we're going to move on now to the awards for the most calls run, and we'll start with our Fire Chief, Craig Hogan.
All right, I'm going to do the most calls run for the fire side first. I'll thank everybody who ran the calls, from us to Culpeper to Rapidan, whoever helped us throughout the year. Thank you. So the fifth most calls run for 2021 was Jack Richards. There was a tie for fourth. The first one will be John Toller. The other fourth place top runner goes to Jim Herlock. The third most calls goes to myself. The second most calls goes to Tim Toller. And for, I think, the fifth year in a row, the most calls goes to Mike Martin. Age is just a number, isn't it, Mike? Age is just a number. Thank you, sir. Aches and pains are.
Well, good evening. I'm Cherie Hogan, and I'm the EMS chief here, and I get to hand out the awards for top call runners for EMS side. In fifth place, I have something to say about all these providers, so just bear with me. Do you ever have one of the providers who you look and you're like, you know you're talking to an adult, right? Or, you know you're talking to an officer, right? Or maybe, you know you're talking to the chief, right? She is one of a kind, very, very special to me. She is the fifth place call runner with 88 calls this year. Abby Toller. She keeps us on our toes, that's for sure. Oh, that's right, parents are right there. Fourth place, there was a call, and they went, Abby and John went on the call, and the actual patient's spouse called me personally to tell me how well they did, how great communication they did, how great patient care they did. They were very nice and very sweet, and so that was very heartwarming to know that the very providers that we tried to train up and send out there are doing such a great job in the community. It's a testimony to not only Abby, but John Toller, who is our fourth place call runner with 132 calls this year. So prim and proper. Very opposite from his sister. I'm very proud of this young man. He has done everything he needed to do to get certified as an EMT. I'm very proud of him. He has worked hard, and he has been just a great support on scene. And it is Timmy Toller with 142 calls. Second place was myself with 158 calls. And then someone who probably does not need any introduction, Mr. Herlock. Jim Herlock is our first place call runner with 187 calls. He is not retired. He will never retire. All right, we're going into the Memorial Awards. I will go first, and then Craig will follow. Correct? That's right. Okay. I will try to get through this without tearing up. It's not going to work. I have the pleasure of giving out the Carl Ely Award. And Carl Ely had donated, correct me if I'm wrong, Sue and Val, this is your granddaddy, right? And he had volunteered the land, which is where all of this came from, to build the community center, and then it eventually became Richardsville as we know it. And this award goes to somebody who's dedicated to the community and just does an outstanding job with service to the community. So I have the pleasure of giving out this award to this person tonight. This person epitomizes everything that a servant leader is. He has been an active duty volunteer for longer than I have been alive. That's saying a lot. I'm only well. It's only a number. He has held every EMS and fire certification since 1970. Starting out first aid, cardiac tech to medic and firefighter. He has always been counted on and has a calming presence on scene. You see it in the patient's eyes, especially when we get to a call. You see it in their eyes and in their demeanor. As soon as he shows up on scene, they're like, they see him as their hero, someone who makes them feel safe, and someone who will do everything in his power to provide the best patient care possible. He is reliable and consistent. He treats all his patients with respect. He also keeps his fellow EMS on our toes with his euphemisms like, You know that sound. And the occasional eye roll. He loves his community, and his community loves him. There's still a few out there of babies who are now grown up and had kids of their own that he's delivered in the back of an ambulance. He has his quirks and says certain words and phrases that are inherently him, like, what? Where's my glasses? I know that's right. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Give me that. Give me this. When we're in the back of an ambulance. And my mom's personal favorite, hey, hon. Hey, hon. He's one of the best people I know. He is my mentor, and he is my hero. And I also have the pleasure of calling him my dad. So this year's award goes to Jim Chubb Herlock.
That was very kind words. I appreciate that. I'm sure she left out a few that we can't mention in public. Just a few. They're not bad. But anyway, thank you. That was very sweet. And I just want to say it touches my heart to see the youngsters coming up in the community. And that means a lot to me. And then we have, like Mark joined up, and we got several other new members. What's her name, honey? I haven't met her yet. Amanda. And DJ, and we got some young folks hooked up in here, and that's what makes me happy. I want to see this place thrive and continue on, because I know I don't how many years I got left or days I got left. But anyway, I hope all organizations can benefit from the youth today. Hopefully we can change this world around to where people care about each other and they care about the community. And when they do that, they will volunteer and take care of all our neighbors everywhere. And I hope all organizations get to experience what we've experienced in the last few years. And hopefully we'll continue to grow. But I just wanted to say that I do appreciate all of y'all. It takes all of us to get this stuff done. Not just one person, but all of us. And I do appreciate y'all coming out this evening. And thank you for listening to those words.
All right, I'm here to give out the James Maston Award. So the person I chose this year, how can I come up with words for this person? She's, I guess you could say, one of a kind. And when she first started here, person couldn't tell you a nozzle from a spanner wrench. She had no idea. I doubt she could tell you what a doorknob was at the time. But she's grown a lot over the last couple of years. From not knowing anything to passing firefighter 1 and 2, becoming a professional firefighter, and then she wants to be the first one on the truck, the first one off, and the first one right into the action. That's just where she wants to be. And she'll do whatever it takes to get the job done and whatever is the best for the department. And that's what we need. And she's very good at it. You can always count on her. And the night before her firefighter 2 class, her and her brother, after midnight, are out there fighting a car fire, fully involved. Less than 8 hours later, they're in class doing their firefighter 2 class. So that shows me what she's willing to do and what everybody else is willing to do for the department, for the community, to take care of the citizens of the community. And so that's why this year the James Masson Award goes to Abigail Toller.
Before I give out the Harvey Musselman Award, tearing up a little bit up here, I just want to kind of reiterate what Cherie was saying about Jimmy. There's not anybody in this room that's ever come through this department that he's not just touched. And I thank you for that, brother. When I came up, he taught me we don't treat broken arms. We treat patients. We treat people. There's a lot behind that. And I learned that from him. But even more than that, we're not treating the patient, we're treating the family, because they're there too. So I just thank you for just passing that on to me, Jimmy. All that compassion, that love that you've got for everybody. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Yeah. And now I'm going to try to dry these tears and give out the Harvey Musselman Award. The Harvey Musselman Award is given for the person who is we deem to be to do the most outstanding job from an administrative standpoint instead of just a fire and EMS side. The person that I'm going to give this to this year has done a fantastic job over the last year, has really stepped up in that regard, and as far as fundraising and just contributing. And this year has actually stepped up to be the president of our auxiliary. So I just want to say thank you to Carlene Gibson, and congratulations on the award. And now that I've let her sit back down, I'm actually going to ask her to come back up here. She's going to give a presentation on behalf of the auxiliary.
The auxiliary had a good year, and we'd like to present to the fire department, thanking them to the whole department, for the company, check for $10,000 from the auxiliary.
On behalf of the fire department, we just want to say thank you very much, and to all the ladies and all the people in the auxiliary. I say ladies, it's not the ladies auxiliary anymore, it's just the auxiliary. But thank you to everybody that works behind the scenes, and we really appreciate that. That is going to be the conclusion of our serious awards. We always give an opportunity if anybody has something to bring up that may be kind of funny that happened over the year. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't, but we do have somebody this year that wants to present one of those awards, so I'll ask Eric to come up.
I guess I'll stand in front of you. Sorry about that. Can I get you to hold my beer? The best stories start that way. And every once in a while somebody does something and you'd like maybe be forgotten about, not a lot of attention brought to you. So this is a bit of a yin and a yang on that story. When you show up all the time, that's going to happen to you. In my son's scout troop, all right, so ladies, you're out. It's one of the guys. In the scout troop, somebody shows up when everything's all done. We call him a blister, because that shows up after the work's all done. And this person will take it the right way, but when you show up to a fire call barefoot, you get an award. Tim Toller, step forward.
Baby, some shoes.
We seem to have kind of a recurring theme about Tim's feet because we ran a water rescue call up in town one night, and I was out there up about this high in the water, and when I came back out, I said, "Hey, you're the new guy, I want your boots," because mine were all soaked, and no, I still don't have any boots, so I guess Tim's feet have kind of a common theme. Somebody must have if he showed up barefoot, but it wasn't me. All right, closing remarks. I just want to again thank everybody for being here. Thank everybody that worked so hard behind the scenes to put on the banquet tonight, in particular Phyllis, who just does a fantastic job every year. Thank you for that, Phyllis, and thanks to everybody else that put in the time and the effort. I want to thank Rita Martin in the back who helped us with the food, her and Mike. Thank you very much, Rita. Just hope that the Lord keeps watching over us, protecting us, leading us, and guiding us, and ask y'all to come back and join us again next year. Thank you.